Claressa would be able to fight me as if I were to be a professional fighter. If I go and train the same amount of time that she trained, and then I would get in the paint and the out of whoever. It doesn't matter.
Gentlemen, put your phones on silent, grab your popcorn, and cancel your next boxing match, because the realest fight of the year didn't happen in a ring. It happened outside a baby shower, in heels, and caught in 4K. Yes, you heard that right. The undisputed GWAT herself, Claressa Shields, just went from throwing punches in the ring to throwing taki across a parking lot. And the reason? 3 syllables, Papoose. Now pause and ask yourself, what do you get when you mix an Olympic gold medalist, a reality TV loudmouth, and a love triangle messier than a Zeus Network reunion? Answer: a felony charge and 12 million views in 2 hours. Sources say Claressa lost it after finding Taki getting a little too close to her man. And what followed was not a conversation. It was hair-pulling, nail-snatching, and screaming so loud even Siri couldn't translate it. But was this a spontaneous outburst or a premeditated beatdown planned weeks in advance? Who filmed it? Why did Papoose run? Stay tuned, because this ain't just tea. This is a whole damn boxing match with bail money on the line. It was supposed to be a quiet night, a soft-lit rooftop dinner, champagne flutes clinking, maybe even a toast or two to celebrate Claressa Shields' upcoming Netflix docuseries and her not-so-subtle romance with none other than Papoose. But what happened next? Not even the best reality TV writers could have made this up. Because before dessert was served, Taki, yes, that Taki, the firecracker little sister of Saucy Santana, showed up. Known for her loud mouth, viral brawls, and unmatched ability to turn every room into a courtroom, she arrived uninvited, unapologetic, and apparently unbothered by the fact that Claressa Shields does not play about her man. Let's set the scene. Claressa was glowing. Black dress, hair laid, ring on her finger that wasn't a proposal, but was definitely giving he mine, not yours. She was standing beside Papoose, who looked both proud and slightly nervous. Because let's face it, when you're standing between a world champion boxer and a viral reality star with 3 active restraining orders, you should be nervous. And then in walks Taki, leopard print, hair slicked into a snatched ponytail, a smirk so smug it could have melted the ice sculpture on the dessert table. Security didn't stop her. Maybe they didn't recognize her, or maybe they just didn't want to get involved. Either way, she walked straight past the front table like she owned the event. Guests gasped. One woman dropped her phone. A waiter tripped. Claressa saw her. And that's when everything changed. Oh, you're bold. That's what one anonymous guest said, Claressa muttered under her breath as she tightened her heels and handed her purse to a friend. And then, boom. Claressa marched toward her like she was walking to the weigh-in stage. Guests moved out the way like she had an invisible force field. Taki stood her ground, flipping her 30-inch ponytail like she'd rehearsed this moment in front of a mirror. Eyewitnesses say Claressa didn't ask questions. She didn't yell. She didn't even blink. She just swung. And honey, when we say swung, we mean she snatched Taki by the hair, spun her sideways, and slammed her into a table of mini cupcakes that were supposed to spell loyalty in gold icing. Irony. Grimacing face security? Nowhere to be found. Papoose? Froze like a sim character. Guests? Recording like TMZ interns. One video clip, now viewed over 18 million times, captures the exact moment Taki screamed, "I just wanted to talk," before Claressa dragged her across the rooftop floor like she was doing a demo for Swiffer.
Ivory, and then the hashtag was like, "Ain't no street me up." Coming down, I've seen it. I was like, who is this? I get over that to be a baddie. I'm not, girl. I'm not taking $100,000 from you. Girl, you give me $1 million. No, you give me $1 million, I get another image. But that's gonna take after me training and everything. You know what I mean? Because I'm a natural trained, natural born trained. So if I really went and trained and sparring, because I think I'm gonna do some sparring. I've never in my life did sparring. I want to do it. I want to do some sparring. Because like all the sparring that you guys see me doing on baddies and the fights that people see me do when I was a child, that all was just natural. So I'm gonna go to the gym. I'm gonna get me some professional training. Then we gonna see what's going on.
It was brutal. It was chaotic. And it was personal.
But why?
Why was Claressa so pressed? Was it really just jealousy? Or was something deeper boiling underneath the surface? Let's rewind. 2 weeks before the rooftop beatdown, a shady blog post surfaced claiming that Papoose had been secretly texting Taki, allegedly asking for career advice, PR help, and emotional support. Emotional support? Sir, if you're emotionally leaning on Taki, you might as well go to therapy with Zeus Network. The texts were never confirmed, but fans spotted Papoose liking several of Taki's IG posts. And not just any posts. We're talking thirst traps, lip gloss promos, and one where she captioned it, "I'll snatch what's mine if I have to face blowing a kiss subtle." Not at all. That's when Claressa posted her now infamous Instagram story. "These hands been blessed by Olympic gold. Don't tempt me." Nail polish medium skin tone, and guess who reposted it with a laughing emoji?
Taki.
From that moment, the tension was real. Behind closed doors, insiders say Claressa warned Papoose to cut all contact. But Papoose allegedly told her, "It's nothing. She's just loud." Loud? Baby, loud is what you hear before the storm hits. And on the night of the dinner, the storm finally exploded. One guest said it felt like watching Real Housewives meets UFC. Another said it was the most athletic hair pull I've ever seen. Security eventually arrived, 3 minutes late and one wig too late. Claressa was dragged off. Taki was seen clutching her lashes and screaming, my nail," over and over again. But here's the kicker. Taki didn't throw a single punch back.
Not one. Why?
Because according to a mysterious voice note that surfaced hours later, allegedly from Taki herself, she said, "Girl, I wasn't trying to fight. I was trying to film. I had a whole camera crew in the SUV. This was supposed to be my comeback episode." Excuse me, did we just hear that right? Was this fight planned? Was Claressa set up? Was Papoose being used for clout? And here's where we leave off, because just moments after the fight was broken up, police sirens echoed across the venue. Someone had called the cops, multiple someones, actually. And just as Claressa was adjusting her earrings and being offered a napkin for her scraped knuckles, a voice was heard behind her. "Ma'am, I'm going to need you to step over here." Yep. Claressa Shields was placed under arrest on the spot. And the moment, it caught from 3 angles in cinematic lighting and leaked to the internet within 17 minutes. Next up, there she was. Claressa Shields, 2-time Olympic gold medalist, the GWAT. The woman who knocked out opponents in Vegas and made pay-per-view history. Now, she's being escorted out of a rooftop dinner party in handcuffs. And yes, it was all caught on camera. Not 1, not 2, but 5 different angles are now circulating across TikTok, Twitter, and a private Snapchat group called "She Beat Her Down" nail polish medium skin tone in the most viral clip. You can hear the arresting officer calmly say, "Ma'am, we've received multiple reports of assault and battery. Please turn around." To which Claressa allegedly responded, "Battery, I ain't even warmed up yet." And with that, she turned around, rolled her eyes, and let them cuff her like she was posing for a photo shoot. Meanwhile, Taki was being helped into an Uber Black by a group of assistants, sobbing dramatically, mascara smudged, clutching a bundle of ice wrapped in a Gucci napkin. 1 nail missing. Wig lopsided. Lip gloss still shining. She looked like a woman who'd been through emotional and physical war and knew exactly how to monetize it. Then came the screenshots. Alleged DMs between Papoose and Taki dated just 5 days before the brawl. And let me tell you, these weren't about music business. They were flirtatious, late night, emoji heavy, and full of questionable lines like, "I wish I could be where you at right now. I need peace." Peace. You're dating a professional boxer and texting that to a woman known for flipping dinner tables on livestream? Nah, bro. You didn't want peace, you wanted pieces of drama. Another message allegedly shows Papoose saying, "She always wants to fight. You're different. You let me breathe." Oof. When these screenshots hit the net, fans imploded. Instagram exploded with comments like, "Not Papoose gaslighting Claressa while secretly texting Zeus Network's future star." Taki got her hair snatched over a man who still wears leather vests in 2025. Remy Ma somewhere sipping wine and watching this like eyes, and let's talk about Remy Ma for a second, shall we? Because in a suspiciously timed Instagram story, Remy posted a selfie that said, "Sometimes the trash takes itself out. Nail Polish medium skin tone, no tags. No context, just vibes." But fans connected the dots faster than a YouTube detective on espresso. Remy's been eerily quiet since Papoose and Claressa went public, but behind the scenes, she's allegedly shopping around a docuseries deal. Working title: After the Ring, Life Without Loyalty. You can't make this up. Or rather, we can. Because we just did. Back to the rooftop drama. As Claressa sat in the back of the police cruiser, handcuffed, makeup still flawless, one camera caught her mouthing, "You gon' regret this." And oh boy, she meant it. Because while the internet debated whether she deserved jail time or a BET award, Fat Joe himself entered the ring. That's right, Remy Ma's longtime mentor, hip-hop legend, and man who never minds his own business. Fat Joe allegedly called the police precinct demanding Claressa's release. According to an anonymous dispatcher who spilled to a blog with 12 followers, Joe told the officer, "She's a national treasure. You don't lock up Ali's daughter because somebody got too bold." Bold? Taki got ragdolled like a bad wig at a beauty pageant. But hey, that didn't stop the campaign. Within 2 hours of her arrest, fans started the hashtag. Hashtag Free Claressa. Thousands joined in. Even celebs chimed in. One boxer tweeted, "She did what any real one would do. You touch her man. You touch her gloves." Meanwhile, Papoose? Dead silent. Not a tweet. Not a post. Not even a "y'all chill, this went too far." Nothing. He was last seen leaving the venue alone, head down, surrounded by flashing cameras, holding the same jacket he wore during his wedding to Remy Ma. Poetic. Rumors swirled. He was in hiding, possibly lawyering up, allegedly cutting off contact with both women. Then came the next twist, a blurry photo of him sitting in the back of a hookah lounge in Jersey, face buried in his hands while a man beside him whispered, "Bro, this ain't love and hip-hop. This real life." And then, surveillance footage. Yes, apparently the rooftop dinner venue had 360 degrees HD surveillance that caught the entire altercation. From the moment Taki walked in, to the exact second her lashes flew off mid, hair pull. And guess what? Multiple blogs claim that in the footage, you can see Taki whisper something to Papoose right before Claressa charges. The audio isn't clear, but lip readers across TikTok believe she said, "She ain't even pregnant." Wait, what? That one whisper has now launched an entirely new theory that Claressa's rumored pregnancy, the very thing she teased on Instagram just weeks ago, might be fake. A PR move, a secure the man tactic, or just jealous slander from Taki. We don't know. But what we do know is this: the police report is out, and it lists assault and battery disturbing the peace, destruction of property. Those cupcakes never stood a chance. Potential civil suits pending. Oh, and Claressa? She's out on bail now. Guess who allegedly paid it? A mystery donor under the name the XO Loyalty LLC. Fans are guessing it's either Fat Joe or Remy Ma. Because if there's one thing Remy loves, it's watching another woman crash into the same wall she once built a house on.
But what now?
Is Claressa planning to press charges back? Will Taki sue? Is Papoose the victim or the true villain? Because one final voice note leaked just hours ago, reportedly from Claressa herself. And she said, "He played us both, and I'm not done yet." And with that, we leave you hanging. Because what comes next makes the slap look like foreplay. Tiki's mic drop moment was hanging in the air, and people started digging. One vlogger posted a side-by-side from two events, one where Claressa was showing, and one just 3 days later where she had a flat stomach in waist trainer shape. Coincidence, angle, or fake belly pad energy? An anonymous makeup artist from one of Clarissa's promo shoots came forward in a blurred-out voice on a YouTube expose saying, "I ain't saying she faked it, but she definitely told us not to touch her midsection, and the bumps looked repositionable." Repositionable.
Skull.
Meanwhile, guess who decided to finally speak out?
Tiki.
From a spa in Atlanta, wearing under-eye patches and a fluffy white robe, she posted a 2-minute Instagram reel titled, "Let's Talk About It." And baby, she talked. She started with, "I didn't ask for this. I was invited by someone who said it was all love." And yes, that someone was allegedly Papoose. She then held up a text thread, on dark mode, of course, showing a contact saved as golden-era Pap Crown messaging. "I want you to come through. Just chill vibes. Ignore her energy, she got issues." She got issues? Sir, you invited Tiki to a rooftop dinner and didn't tell your Olympic girlfriend? Remy Ma, who once went to jail for shooting someone over money, is now publicly supporting Tiki. This is like if Rihanna showed up to support Karuji after a fight with Chris Brown. Unheard of. Rumors began swirling. Could Remy and Tiki team up? Some bloggers say yes. A leaked pitch deck titled "Wifed and Wounded," healing from the same man, has allegedly been circulating to streaming platforms, offering a two-woman tell-all about Papoose's pattern of manipulation, emotional damage, and public lies. If that drops, YouTube, Zeus Network, and even Netflix better get ready. That's Emmy-winning chaos waiting to happen. But let's get back to the legal side of things, because the court documents finally dropped. And guess what? Tiki is suing. Yep, suing Claressa for emotional distress, physical injury, lost brand deals, and wait for it, public defamation by cupcake assault. The exact language from the complaint reads, "My client endured embarrassment, hair loss, and reputational harm due to being slammed into a dessert table at a high-profile event." Sis, not the dessert table being a legal trauma point. But here's the twist. Claressa is countersuing. Her camp released a fiery statement. Miss Shields was provoked, manipulated, and intentionally ambushed by individuals seeking clout and controversy. We will not be silenced. This is bigger than boxing. It's about protecting Black women from weaponized lies. The statement went viral. Some fans rallied hard behind her, calling Tiki a clout chaser